Let me teach you how to play all 5 minigames from Squid Game 2. The Six-Legged Pentathlon consists of 5 traditional Korean minigames that test your agility, aim, eye-hand coordination and patience. And the games are as follows: Ddakji, Flying Stone, Gonggi, Spinning Tap and Jegi. And here is how you play them. Ddakji is probably the most well-known game from Squid Game, as it was featured in both seasons, and it's fairly simple. It's basically a card flipping game. You have these 2 cards and you need to use one to flip the other 180 degrees. Traditionally you play Ddakji against somebody and your task is to flip the opponent's card. My advice for the biggest chance at winning is to hit it flat. So don't use the corner, just hit it flat. If you wanna learn how to make Ddakji, the tutorials are available on my channel. Flying Stone is pretty straightforward. Your task is to knock down this tombstone with this rock. First, put down the tombstone in one spot, draw a line to mark the spot from which you will be throwing. Now in Squid Game it was not specified what should be the distance between the line and the tombstone, so I'm assuming it's up to you and your opponent. Yes, I said opponent because this game can also be played with others, and in that case you have to knock down the opponent's tombstones. And if you run out of the stones to throw, the offense and defense switch roles. Now Gonggi is probably the craziest one of all the minigames. I've already made several videos on this game, so I invite you to check those out. Gonggi is essentially about picking up and throwing the Gonggi stones, and the game consists of 5 rounds. To start, spread the stones on the ground, pick up one stone and throw it, and before the stone falls you need to pick up the other ones one by one. In round 2 you pick up 2 stones at a time. In round 3 you pick up 3 stones, then the remaining one. In round 4, throw one stone into the air, place the other 4 on the ground and snatch the one stone that you threw. Next you have to throw the single stone once again, pick up the 4 from the ground and catch the one stone again. A tip that I can give you for this round is to really smash the stones into the ground when you put them down, so that they stay in one place and it's easier for you to pick them up. In round 5, called the flip, first throw all the stones into the air and catch them on the back of your hand, and then to pass this stage you have to throw the stones up and catch them all mid-air. Now there's a lot of debate on whether or not you can snatch the stones by rotating your hand, but I think the legit way to do it is to just snatch them from the tap without the rotation. And I know that for many people this round is just absolutely the worst, so I made a separate video with the tips on how to get better at this stage, so I advise you to check it out. Also, if you're enjoying this video, then please like and subscribe. In spinning tap you have this object called a spin top and a string, and your task is to wrap the spin top with the string and make it spin. Traditionally you would also play with an opponent, and if your spin top spins for longer, then you win. First you need to wrap the spin top properly, and here is how you do it. So first make sure to tie a knot on both ends of the string, and this is where we start from. We start from the top of the spin top, we block the knot like this on top, then we go over the edge all the way to the bottom of the spin top, wrap it tightly here and start wrapping around the spin top gently. Now we need to wrap it around our middle finger. I like to wrap it just one time and block the knot the same way we did here on the spin top, but some people like to leave a little bit more space and wrap it 2 times around their finger and block the knot. Both ways work fine. And that's it, we are ready to throw. And then to throw the spin top, my advice is to throw it diagonally and not just straight ahead. And the idea is to throw it and then pull back your hand quickly. Jegi is also pretty simple. In Squid Game you have to kick it 5 times to survive. And traditionally the person who manages to kick the Jegi the most times wins. It's important to note that you have to keep the Jegi airborne without letting it touch the ground. In Six-Legged Pentathlon the players were tied up by the legs and they had to use one leg to kick Jegi, so I think this is the proper way to do it. You can use both the side and the front of your foot to kick it. Alright, so that's it for the tutorial. I hope it was useful. If you wanna know where I got these particular games from, the links are in the description below.